Life Lessons from Alexander the Great. Have you ever wondered what made Alexander the Great such an extraordinary leader? What set him apart from his contemporaries and allowed him to conquer vast lands, build a powerful empire, and leave a lasting legacy? It was not just his military prowess or tactical brilliance, but also his unbeatable mindset that propelled him to greatness. In this audiobook, we will dive into the mind of Alexander the Great and explore the factors that contributed to his unparalleled success. From his early life and influences to his education and mentorship, we will examine how these experiences shaped his mindset. We will also analyze Alexander's ambition and vision, as well as his strategic thinking and planning abilities, which enabled him to achieve feats that were thought impossible. By understanding the key elements of Alexander's mindset, we can uncover valuable lessons for modern leadership and gain insights into what it takes to overcome challenges and achieve greatness. So join us on this journey through history as we unravel the enigma of Alexander the Great's unbeatable mindset. Part 1. Early Life and Influences. In his early years, Alexander the Great's mind was molded by a tapestry of experiences and influences. Born in 356 BC in Pella, Macedonia, he was immediately thrust into a world of power and politics as the son of King Philip II. Growing up in the royal court, Alexander witnessed firsthand the intricacies of governance and learned valuable lessons on leadership from his father. As a child, Alexander also found inspiration in the stories of great conquerors like Achilles and Heracles. These tales instilled in him a desire for glory and greatness. From an early age, he would often imagine himself as a hero, leading armies to victory and conquering vast lands. This imaginative play shaped his mindset and fueled his ambition to become an unbeatable warrior. Aristotle, Alexander's tutor, had a big influence on his attitude as well. He had a well-rounded education from Aristotle that comprised philosophy, literature, science, and military tactics. Aristotle's lectures not only broadened Alexander's knowledge, but also taught him how to think critically and make informed choices. Furthermore, as a result of his father's empire-building activities, Alexander was exposed to a variety of civilizations. Young Alexander had the opportunity to mingle with individuals from many backgrounds when Philip II conquered numerous provinces. This encounter enlarged his viewpoint and created an understanding that other civilizations had much to teach us. With this diverse range of experiences and influences shaping his early years, it's no wonder that Alexander developed an unbeatable mindset. He absorbed lessons on leadership from observing his father's rule. He drew inspiration from legendary figures. He acquired knowledge through rigorous education. He gained cultural awareness through exposure to different societies. All these elements laid the foundation for what would later become one of history's greatest conquerors. Transitioning into the subsequent section about education and mentorship, it becomes evident that these early influences set the stage for further nurturing of Alexander's unstoppable mentality. Part 2. Education and Mentorship. Through education and guidance from wise mentors, Alexander the Great cultivated a formidable determination that propelled him to conquer vast territories. From an early age, Alexander received an exceptional education under the tutelage of the renowned philosopher Aristotle. This exposure to various subjects like philosophy, science, and literature expanded his knowledge and fostered critical thinking skills that would prove invaluable in his military campaigns. Additionally, he learned about the strategies and tactics used by his father, King Philip II of Macedon, who himself was a skilled military leader. The combination of intellectual development and exposure to military expertise laid the foundation for Alexander's unbeatable mindset. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander developed a thirst for knowledge that knew no bounds. He studied not just for the sake of learning, but with the intention of applying that knowledge practically. This thirst for understanding fueled his ambition to explore new lands and expand his empire. His mentor instilled in him the belief that wisdom is acquired through experience and observation, which drove him to constantly seek new challenges. Moreover, Alexander had another influential figure in his life, his father, King Philip II. As a young prince, he accompanied Philip on military campaigns where he witnessed firsthand how battles were fought and won. This exposure allowed him to understand the intricacies of warfare from a young age. The combination of intellectual development under Aristotle's guidance and practical experience gained through accompanying King Philip II on military campaigns shaped Alexander into a well-rounded leader with an insatiable desire for success. These formative years set him apart from others as he possessed both theoretical knowledge and practical skills necessary for conquest. With this solid foundation established through education and mentorship, Alexander's ambitions grew even stronger as he envisioned creating an empire that stretched across continents. As we get into the part on ambition and vision, it becomes clear that Alexander's persistent drive prepared the path for his lofty ambitions to come to life on an unparalleled scale. Part 3. Ambition and Vision. With your unwavering determination and grand vision, you can conquer vast territories and achieve unprecedented success. Alexander the Great's ambition knew no bounds as he set out to build an empire that stretched from Greece to Egypt and India. He possessed a relentless drive to expand his kingdom and leave a lasting legacy. This unyielding desire fueled his actions and pushed him beyond what others thought was possible. Alexander's vision extended far beyond simply conquering new lands. He aimed to unite the diverse cultures under his rule and create a harmonious empire. He believed that by blending different customs, traditions, and knowledge, he could establish a civilization that would surpass any other in history. This ambitious goal drove him to seek out scholars, philosophers, and artists from all corners of the world, fostering an environment of intellectual exchange and cultural growth. To achieve his grand vision, Alexander took calculated risks and made strategic decisions that others deemed impossible or foolhardy. He had an uncanny ability to foresee the potential outcomes of his actions, enabling him to anticipate challenges before they even arose. His ambition guided him in thinking several steps ahead, allowing him to adapt swiftly when faced with unexpected obstacles on his path toward conquest. Alexander the Great's ambition and vision were instrumental in shaping his unbeatable mindset. With unwavering determination, he forged ahead in pursuit of conquering vast territories, while also uniting diverse cultures under one empire. Through calculated risks and strategic decision-making, he navigated through challenges with ease. Moving on to the part on strategic thinking and planning, it is clear how these characteristics enabled Alexander to become one of history's greatest military leaders, without compromising foresight or intellect for short-term advantages or personal glory. Part 4. Strategic Thinking and Planning. Mastering strategic thinking and planning requires envisioning the end goal, mapping out a clear path, and executing each step with precision and foresight. It's not enough to simply have a grand vision. You must also possess the ability to break it down into manageable tasks and create a roadmap to success. Alexander the Great exemplified this skill in his military campaigns by carefully strategizing his every move. Alexander's strategic thinking was evident from the very beginning of his conquests. He meticulously studied the geography, resources, and potential adversaries of each region he aimed to conquer. By thoroughly understanding these factors, he was able to devise effective battle plans that played to his strengths while exploiting his enemy's weaknesses. This level of analysis allowed him to make informed decisions and adapt his strategies as circumstances changed on the battlefield. In addition to careful planning, Alexander understood the importance of execution in achieving victory. He trained his troops rigorously and ensured they were well prepared for any situation they might encounter. His attention to detail extended even further, as he personally led many of his battles from the front lines, inspiring bravery and dedication among his soldiers. This hands-on approach created a sense of unity and loyalty within his army that proved invaluable in securing victories. By mastering strategic thinking and planning, Alexander set himself apart as an exceptional leader who could turn dreams into reality through calculated action. As we transition into discussing how he led by example in our next section, it's important to recognize that strategic thinking is not limited to military endeavors. It's a mindset that can be applied across various aspects of life. Whether in business or personal pursuits, having a clear plan with well-thought-out steps can greatly increase your chances of success. Part 5. Leading by example. Exemplifying strong leadership, Alexander the Great inspired his soldiers through his hands-on approach and unwavering dedication on the battlefield. He believed in leading by example and never hesitated to put himself at the forefront of every battle. By fighting alongside his troops, he showed them that he was willing to face the same risks and dangers that they were. This not only earned him their respect, but also motivated them to fight harder. Alexander's hands-on approach didn't stop at just fighting alongside his soldiers. He also took an active role in planning military strategies and making tactical decisions. He would personally scout enemy positions, study their strengths and weaknesses, and devise plans that played to his army's advantage. His meticulous attention to detail ensured that his troops were always well prepared for battles, giving them a significant edge over their adversaries. Furthermore, Alexander's dedication to his soldiers was unmatched. He made it a point to know each of them by name and treated them as equals rather than subordinates. This created a sense of camaraderie among the ranks and fostered loyalty towards him as their leader. In return, Alexander ensured that they were well taken care of, providing proper training, food, shelter, and medical assistance when needed. This level of care instilled confidence in his troops and boosted morale, even during the most challenging times. Alexander the Great's hands-on approach and unwavering dedication exemplified strong leadership qualities that inspired his soldiers on the battlefield. By leading from the front lines, actively participating in strategic planning sessions, and treating his soldiers with respect and care, he gained their trust and loyalty. These traits set him apart from other leaders of his time and allowed him to build an unbeatable mindset within his army. Moving on to our next section on fearlessness and courage, we will look at how these qualities played an important role in Alexander's desire for conquest while never losing sight of triumph. Part 6. Fearlessness and courage. To truly understand the impact of fearlessness and courage, you must explore the theory behind their importance in leadership. Fearlessness is the ability to face challenges and obstacles head-on without letting fear hold you back. It involves taking calculated risks and making difficult decisions, even when there's a high level of uncertainty. Courage, on the other hand, is about having the strength to stand up for what you believe in, even in the face of adversity or opposition. Both fearlessness and courage are essential qualities for a leader, as they inspire confidence and motivate others to push beyond their limits. Fearlessness allows leaders to tackle difficult situations with confidence and determination. When faced with tough decisions or challenging circumstances, a fearless leader remains calm and composed. This sense of composure can be contagious among team members, instilling a sense of trust and belief that everything will work out in the end. Fearless leaders also encourage innovation and creativity within their teams by creating an environment where individuals feel safe to take risks and think outside the box. Courage plays a crucial role in leadership, as it enables leaders to make tough choices that may not always be popular or easy. It takes courage to stand up for what you believe in, even when facing opposition from others. A courageous leader isn't swayed by external pressures or influenced by public opinion alone, but instead stays true to their values and principles. This unwavering commitment inspires loyalty among followers who appreciate a leader who acts with integrity. Fearlessness and courage are vital qualities for effective leadership. They empower leaders to face challenges head-on while inspiring those around them to do the same. By leading with fearlessness and courage, Alexander the Great was able to conquer vast territories that were once thought unconquerable. In our next section on adaptability and flexibility, we will explore how these traits further contributed to his unparalleled success. Part 7. Adaptability and flexibility. In our previous discussion, we explored Alexander the Great's fearlessness and courage as key components of his unbeatable mindset. Now, let's delve into another crucial aspect of his mentality: adaptability and flexibility. These qualities allowed him to navigate through various challenges on the battlefield and make swift decisions that ultimately led to his triumphs. Alexander was known for his ability to adapt to different situations, constantly adjusting his strategies based on the ever-changing circumstances. He understood that rigid plans could easily be disrupted in the chaos of war, so he remained open-minded and flexible. This allowed him to respond quickly to unexpected developments, such as adjusting formations or changing battle tactics on the spot. By embracing this adaptable approach, Alexander ensured that he was always one step ahead of his opponents. Furthermore, Alexander possessed an extraordinary talent for incorporating ideas from other cultures into his own military strategies. While conquering vast territories, he encountered diverse fighting styles and weaponry used by various civilizations. Rather than dismissing them as inferior or irrelevant, he took a keen interest in learning from these techniques and blending them with his own tactics. This willingness to embrace new ideas gave him a significant advantage over adversaries who were less adaptable. Not only did Alexander demonstrate adaptability in warfare, but also in diplomacy and governance. As he expanded his empire, he faced the challenge of governing diverse peoples with different customs and traditions. Instead of imposing Greek culture upon them forcefully, he adopted a more inclusive approach by respecting local customs and integrating them into his administration. This flexibility allowed him to maintain order within conquered territories while ensuring their loyalty toward him. Moving on to our next subject, perseverance in the face of adversity. Part 8. Resilience in the face of challenges. Undeterred by adversity, Alexander demonstrated unwavering resilience in overcoming the countless challenges that he encountered throughout his conquests. From leading his army through treacherous terrains to facing formidable opponents on the battlefield, Alexander's ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward was truly remarkable. Whether it was navigating through harsh weather conditions or dealing with a rebellion within his own ranks, he remained steadfast in his determination to achieve victory. One of the key aspects of Alexander's resilience was his ability to adapt and learn from his mistakes. He understood that setbacks were not failures, but opportunities for growth and improvement. Whenever faced with a challenge, he would carefully analyze the situation, identify what went wrong, and come up with innovative strategies to overcome it next time. This flexibility in thinking allowed him to constantly evolve as a leader and find creative solutions to even the most difficult problems. Another factor that contributed to Alexander's resilience was his unwavering self-belief. He had an unshakable confidence in himself and his abilities, which served as a driving force during times of adversity. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks or doubting himself, he used them as fuel to prove his critics wrong and push himself even harder. This unyielding faith in his own capabilities allowed him to maintain a positive mindset, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges. Moreover, Alexander's resilience can be attributed to his strong sense of purpose and vision. He had a clear goal in mind, the expansion of his empire, and this overarching mission provided him with the motivation necessary to persevere through hardships. His unwavering commitment to achieving greatness inspired those around him and instilled in them a similar sense of purpose. It is this ability of Alexander's leadership style that made him not only a conqueror, but also an inspiring figure who motivated others to rise above their own obstacles. Undeterred by adversity, Alexander demonstrated unwavering resilience in overcoming the countless challenges that he encountered throughout his conquests. His adaptability, self-belief, and sense of purpose allowed him to navigate through difficult situations with unwavering determination. This unbreakable mindset not only enabled him to achieve remarkable victories, but also inspired and motivated those who followed him. As we go on to the part on inspiring and motivating others, we can see how Alexander's unstoppable mindset shaped his leadership style and left a lasting impression on history. Part 9. Inspiring and motivating others. Exemplifying leadership through his unwavering resilience, Alexander got the ability to inspire and motivate others to overcome their own challenges. When faced with difficult situations, he demonstrates a steadfast determination that shows others it's possible to persevere. Alexander's actions serve as a shining example of what can be achieved through hard work and dedication, inspiring those around him to push beyond their limits. By sharing his own stories of triumph over adversity, he instills hope in others who may be struggling. People are naturally drawn to those who faced similar obstacles and emerged victorious. Alexander's ability to share these experiences in a relatable and engaging manner helps others feel understood and motivated. Through storytelling, he not only inspires, but also creates a sense of unity among his team or community. In addition to sharing personal experiences, he has the power to motivate others by recognizing their strengths and encouraging their growth. A simple word of encouragement can go a long way in boosting someone's confidence and pushing them toward reaching their full potential. By acknowledging the efforts and achievements of those around him, he creates an environment where everyone feels valued and motivated to excel. Furthermore, his unwavering belief in the capabilities of others serves as a powerful motivator itself. When people witness his unshakable faith in their abilities, they become more confident in themselves. This confidence fuels their motivation to take on new challenges and strive for greatness. As a leader who inspires through both words and actions, Alexander empowers others by showing them that they possess the strength within themselves to achieve remarkable things. With his ability to inspire and motivate others firmly established, it becomes natural for him to transition into empowering individuals by delegating responsibilities effectively. In doing so, not only does he encourage personal growth, but also fosters collaboration within his team or community without explicitly stating it. Part 10. Empowering and delegating responsibilities. By entrusting others with important tasks and responsibilities, Alexander empowers them to showcase their abilities and contribute to the overall success of the team or community. Delegating responsibilities not only lightens Alexander's own workload, but also allows individuals to develop new skills and gain valuable experience. When he gives someone an opportunity to take on a significant task, it shows that he trusts their judgment and believes in their capabilities. This boosts their confidence and motivation, leading them to perform at their best. Furthermore, by delegating responsibilities, Alexander creates a sense of ownership among team members. They feel invested in the outcome of the task or project because they were given the responsibility to see it through. This sense of ownership fosters dedication and commitment, as individuals are more likely to put forth their best effort when they have a personal stake in the outcome. The delegation also promotes collaboration and teamwork. When individuals are empowered to take charge of specific tasks, they often need to work together with others who possess different skill sets or knowledge. This collaboration encourages communication, cooperation, and synergy within the team. By working together towards a common goal, team members can leverage each other's strengths and overcome challenges more effectively. Empowering and delegating responsibilities is crucial for fostering growth, development, and success within a team or community. By entrusting others with important tasks, individuals have an opportunity to showcase their abilities while feeling valued and motivated. Delegation also promotes ownership, collaboration, and teamwork among team members. As we move forward into the next section about building strong and loyal relationships within Alexander's unbeatable mindset journey without missing any step, it is important to recognize the significance of effective delegation in fostering those relationships. By delegating tasks and responsibilities, Alexander can empower his team members, allowing them to contribute their unique skills and talents to the overall success of the journey. This not only builds trust and loyalty within the team, but also strengthens the bond between Alexander and his team members, as they feel valued and appreciated for their contributions. Part 11. Building strong and loyal relationships. Developing strong and loyal relationships is essential for fostering a supportive and collaborative environment. When Alexander the Great built his empire, he understood the importance of surrounding himself with people who weren't just skilled but also fiercely loyal to him. By building these strong relationships, he was able to create a unified front and tackle challenges together. Alexander knew that trust and loyalty were the foundations of any successful endeavor, and he made it a priority to cultivate those qualities within his inner circle. One way Alexander built strong relationships was by treating his comrades as equals rather than subordinates. He believed in creating an atmosphere where everyone felt valued and heard. This approach fostered a sense of camaraderie among his troops, leading to increased morale and motivation. By empowering others and delegating responsibilities, he showed his trust in their abilities, which further solidified their loyalty toward him. Another strategy employed by Alexander was taking the time to understand each individual on a personal level. He recognized that people have unique strengths, weaknesses, and motivations. By getting to know them on an individual basis, he could tailor his leadership style accordingly. This personalized approach helped him build deep connections with his advisors and soldiers alike. Furthermore, Alexander demonstrated genuine care for the well-being of those around him. He ensured that they had access to the resources they needed for success both on the battlefield and off it. Whether it was providing adequate supplies or offering emotional support during challenging times, he went above and beyond to show that their needs were important to him. By developing these strong and loyal relationships, Alexander created an environment where individuals felt supported in their endeavors while working towards common goals. As we delve into the next section about learning from failure and mistakes, it becomes evident how Alexander's ability to build such robust connections contributed significantly to his unbeatable mindset. Building strong relationships based on trust, equality, understanding, and care played a vital role in Alexander the Great's success as a leader. His ability to empower and delegate responsibilities, combined with his personalized approach, fostered loyalty and collaboration within his empire. These relationships formed the bedrock of his unbeatable mindset, allowing him to conquer vast territories and overcome obstacles. By understanding the value of strong connections, we can also create an environment that promotes growth and success. Part 12. Learning from failure and mistakes. In order to truly grow and thrive, it's crucial to embrace the lessons that failure and mistakes can teach us. Alexander the Great understood this concept well and used his failures as stepping stones towards success. One of his most notable failures was during the Siege of Tyre, where he encountered significant resistance from the city-state. Instead of giving up or becoming discouraged, Alexander adapted his strategies, built a causeway to reach the island city, and eventually emerged victorious. This incident taught him the importance of resilience, adaptability, and perseverance in the face of adversity. Another instance where Alexander learned from his mistakes was during the Battle of Hydaspes against King Porus. Initially, Alexander's army faced enormous challenges due to Porus's superior tactics and war elephants. However, by analyzing his defeat and understanding his shortcomings, Alexander devised a new strategy that involved flanking maneuvers and overwhelming force. This time, he emerged triumphant by leveraging on his previous failure to gain an upper hand. Alexander's ability to learn from failure extended beyond military campaigns. For example, when confronted with political unrest in Persia after conquering it, he recognized that imposing Greek culture on Persian subjects led to resentment and rebellion. Taking this lesson into account, he adopted a more inclusive approach by incorporating Persian customs into his administration while maintaining control over key aspects of governance. This flexible mindset allowed him to effectively govern diverse territories without inciting further unrest. Embracing failure and learning from mistakes is vital for personal growth and success. By studying how Alexander turned setbacks into opportunities for improvement in various domains like warfare and governance, we can gain valuable insights into our own lives. The key lies in being resilient when faced with challenges, adapting our strategies accordingly based on past experiences, and remaining open-minded to new ideas. These qualities set us on a path towards constant self-improvement and growth, without limits or boundaries. Part 13. Constant self-improvement and growth. Constant self-improvement and growth are essential for achieving success and reaching our full potential. Studies have shown that individuals who prioritize personal development are 10% more likely to achieve their goals. By constantly seeking ways to improve himself, enhance his skills, knowledge, and abilities, ultimately leading to better outcomes in all aspects of his life. This mindset allows Alexander to continuously learn from his experiences and adapt to new challenges. It encourages him to push beyond his comfort zones and embrace opportunities for growth. When Alexander commits himself to constant self-improvement, he opens himself up to a world of possibilities. Alexander becomes motivated by the desire to be a better version of himself and strive for excellence in everything he does. This mindset enables him to set realistic goals and work towards them with determination and resilience. As Alexander continually develops new skills or expands existing ones, he increases his chances of success in various areas of life, whether it's in his careers, relationships, or personal endeavors. Moreover, constant self-improvement fosters a sense of curiosity and openness towards learning. Embracing this mindset means actively seeking out new knowledge and experiences that can broaden his horizons. He becomes more adaptable as he acquires new skills or explores different perspectives on various subjects. This willingness to learn allows him not only to stay relevant, but also to stay ahead of the curve in an ever-changing world. Constant self-improvement is crucial for unlocking his full potential and achieving success. By prioritizing personal development, he increases his chances of reaching his goals while continuously growing as an individual. Through this mindset, he fosters a hunger for knowledge and remains open-minded towards learning from every experience that comes his way. As we continue on this journey of self-improvement, let's now delve into the next section about maintaining discipline and focus without losing sight of what truly matters, moving forward with unwavering determination. Before moving on to the next section about maintaining discipline and focus, it's critical to understand that constant self-improvement isn't enough. While personal development is important, remaining disciplined and focused on our goals guarantees that we improve in the proper path. So let's explore how Alexander the Great's unbeatable mindset also involved maintaining discipline and focus throughout his conquests. Part 14. Maintaining discipline and focus. To truly achieve success and reach your full potential, it's crucial to maintain unwavering discipline and focus on your goals. Alexander the Great understood this concept well, as he was constantly driven by his ambition to conquer new lands and expand his empire. He knew that without discipline, all his dreams would remain just that, dreams. By staying disciplined, he was able to overcome numerous obstacles and challenges that came his way. Discipline is what separates the average from the extraordinary. It requires you to make difficult choices and sacrifices to stay on track toward your goals. Alexander knew that distractions could easily derail him from his path, so he practiced strict self-control and avoided indulgences that could hinder his progress. He maintained a rigorous daily routine, adhering strictly to schedules and plans, which allowed him to maximize every minute of his day. In addition to discipline, focus is equally important in achieving greatness. Alexander possessed an unparalleled ability to concentrate on the task at hand, blocking out any distractions or noise around him. This unwavering focus allowed him to strategize effectively during battles and make quick decisions when faced with adversity. By maintaining laser-like focus on each objective, he was able to accomplish feats that seemed impossible at the time. Maintaining discipline and focus is not an easy feat. It requires constant effort and practice. However, by doing so consistently, you can unlock the hidden potential within yourself and achieve remarkable things in life. As you embark on your own journey toward success, remember Alexander's unbeatable mindset and stay disciplined in your actions and thoughts while keeping your eyes firmly fixed on your goals. Before moving on to talk about cultural understandings and integration, it's worth emphasizing that while discipline and focus are necessary for individual success, they are insufficient for a leader who seeks to achieve lasting results. Cultural understanding plays a vital role in building strong relationships with diverse communities along the way. Alexander understood the importance of integrating and assimilating with the cultures he encountered during his conquests, allowing him to establish a lasting empire. Part 15. Cultural Understanding and Integration. Immerse yourself in different cultures and embrace their customs to develop a deeper understanding of the world around you, allowing for greater integration and connection with diverse communities. By actively engaging with different cultures, you open your mind to new perspectives and ideas, expanding your knowledge and challenging preconceived notions. This cultural understanding not only fosters personal growth, but also promotes empathy and inclusivity. When you immerse yourself in different cultures, you gain firsthand experience of how people from various backgrounds live, think, and interact. This exposure enables you to appreciate the richness and diversity that exists within our global society. It allows you to see beyond stereotypes and recognize the unique contributions each culture brings to the table. By embracing their customs, traditions, and values, you demonstrate respect for others' way of life while building bridges of mutual understanding. Furthermore, cultural integration goes beyond mere observation. It involves actively participating in local activities and engaging with community members. Whether it's attending festivals or volunteering for social causes, these experiences provide opportunities to form meaningful connections with individuals from diverse backgrounds. Through these interactions, barriers are broken down as commonalities are discovered and celebrated. As Alexander the Great understood during his conquests, cultural understanding is crucial for effective communication and diplomacy. By immersing himself in the customs of conquered nations, he was able to earn their trust and loyalty. Similarly today, by demonstrating an openness towards other cultures through our actions and words, we foster stronger relationships built on mutual respect that transcends borders. In conclusion, immersing yourself in different cultures is essential for developing a deeper understanding of the world around us. It opens doors to new experiences while promoting empathy and inclusivity. By embracing customs from various communities we encounter throughout our lives, we can build bridges of mutual understanding that transcend borders. This paves the way for effective communication and diplomacy, which will be explored further in the next section about effective communication and diplomacy. Part 16. Effective Communication and Diplomacy. Engaging in effective communication and diplomacy is akin to wielding a sword of understanding, cutting through the barriers that divide nations and cultures. It requires a deep understanding of different perspectives and a willingness to engage with others in a respectful manner. By actively listening and empathizing with those we seek to communicate with, we can bridge gaps and foster mutual understanding. Diplomacy is not just about finding common ground, but also about acknowledging and respecting differences, as it's through these differences that true growth and collaboration can occur. In order to effectively communicate across cultural boundaries, one must first recognize the importance of language. Language is more than just words. It carries with it the nuances, customs, and values of a society. By learning the language of another culture, even if only on a basic level, we show respect for their way of life and open ourselves up to deeper connections. Moreover, being able to communicate in someone else's native tongue allows for more nuanced conversations where ideas can be expressed more accurately. Another crucial aspect of diplomacy is active listening. This means not only hearing what someone says, but truly trying to understand their perspective. By suspending judgment and approaching conversations with an open mind, we create an environment where people feel heard and valued. This fosters trust and encourages honest dialogue. Effective diplomats know how to ask probing questions that encourage others to share their thoughts openly, while also being mindful of cultural sensitivities. Lastly, effective communication requires patience and perseverance. Building relationships takes time, particularly when dealing with individuals from different backgrounds or belief systems. It may require multiple attempts at finding common ground or resolving conflicts before progress can be made. But by staying committed to the process and demonstrating genuine interest in understanding others' viewpoints, bridges can be built that lead towards greater cooperation. Engaging effectively in communication and diplomacy lays the foundation for Alexander's expertise in warfare tactics as well. Understanding other cultures provides valuable insights into how they think strategically or perceive threats, which can inform military decision-making. By studying and engaging with diverse cultures, Alexander was able to adapt his tactics and leverage the strengths of the different armies he encountered. This seamless transition between cultural understanding and expertise in warfare allowed him to conquer vast territories and establish a lasting empire. Effective communication and diplomacy serve as powerful tools for fostering understanding across nations and cultures. It requires a deep appreciation for language, active listening skills, and a commitment to building relationships. By engaging in these practices, we can break down barriers that divide us and create an environment conducive to collaboration. Moreover, this ability to communicate effectively provides valuable insights into warfare tactics and strengthens strategic decision-making. With this foundation laid, let's now delve into Alexander's expertise in warfare and tactics without missing a beat. Part 17. Expertise in warfare and tactics. By delving into Alexander's mastery of warfare and tactics, you gain a profound understanding of the intricate strategies and tactical brilliance that propelled him to conquer vast territories. From a young age, Alexander displayed an unrivaled talent for military strategy. He wasn't just skilled in leading his troops into battle, but also had a keen ability to analyze the enemy's weaknesses and exploit them to his advantage. His deep knowledge of various warfare techniques allowed him to adapt quickly to changing circumstances on the battlefield. One of Alexander's greatest strengths was his ability to think outside the box when it came to tactics. He was known for employing unconventional methods that caught his enemies off guard. For example, during the decisive Battle of Gaugamela against the Persian Empire, he devised a brilliant plan that involved feigning retreats in order to lure the Persians into a vulnerable position. This cunning maneuver ultimately led to their defeat and secured Alexander's victory. In addition to his creative tactics, Alexander also excelled at strategic planning. He meticulously studied the terrain before engaging in battle, taking advantage of natural obstacles and using them as defensive measures or as tools for surprise attacks. This attention to detail allowed him to outmaneuver larger armies and secure victories, even against seemingly insurmountable odds. Alexander's expertise in warfare extended beyond just individual battles. He had an unparalleled understanding of how different battles fit into a larger campaign strategy. He would carefully coordinate movements with other generals and make sure that each engagement contributed towards achieving his overall objectives. This ability to see the bigger picture set him apart from other military leaders of his time. As we delve deeper into Alexander's conquests, it becomes evident that logistics and supply management played an integral role in his success on the battlefield. Without efficient systems in place for transporting food, water, weapons, and soldiers across long distances, sustaining large armies would have been impossible. Thus, by exploring how Alexander managed these logistical challenges, we gain further insight into the complexity and brilliance of his military campaigns. Part 18. Logistics and Supply Management. Logistics and supply management were the lifeblood of Alexander's military campaigns, ensuring his troops were well-equipped and supported throughout their conquests. With an unwavering focus on the efficient movement of resources, Alexander was able to maintain a highly effective fighting force that could swiftly respond to any challenge. From the moment he set out on his conquests, he meticulously planned every aspect of logistics, from procuring provisions and ammunition to organizing transportation routes. This attention to detail allowed him to sustain his armies in hostile territories and conquer vast lands. One of Alexander's greatest achievements in logistics was his ability to adapt and innovate in the face of adversity. He understood that success on the battlefield relied not only on superior strategy, but also on ensuring his soldiers had access to essential supplies. When faced with logistical challenges, such as crossing treacherous terrains or navigating through enemy-controlled areas, he devised creative solutions. For example, during his campaign in Persia, Alexander established mobile supply depots known as pack animals that accompanied the army wherever it went. These pack animals carried crucial supplies like food, water, and medical equipment, ensuring that his troops remained combat-ready at all times. In addition to managing traditional supply chains, Alexander also recognized the importance of establishing strong relationships with local communities along his route of conquest. Rather than relying solely on centralized sources for provisions, he encouraged trade with local merchants and engaged in diplomacy with tribal leaders. By doing so, he ensured a steady flow of resources while simultaneously integrating into conquered territories more smoothly. With an unmatched ability to anticipate future needs and adapt accordingly, Alexander revolutionized logistics operations during ancient times. His emphasis on meticulous planning and innovative problem-solving set a precedent for future military commanders who sought victory through comprehensive resource management strategies. As we delve deeper into Alexander's unbeatable mindset of establishing efficient administrative systems, we will uncover how these logistic practices played a pivotal role in his meteoric rise to power and conquest of vast empires. Alexander's logistical genius was not limited to the battlefield, as will become clear in the following section on establishing efficient administrative systems. He recognized the importance of establishing efficient administrative systems to govern conquered territories, ensuring stability and control over vast lands. Part 19. Establishing efficient administrative systems. Moving into the next section on establishing efficient administrative systems, it is easy to visualize the complex web of rule that Alexander painstakingly created to keep order and control over the enormous territories he had conquered. In order to effectively manage such a massive empire, Alexander implemented a series of administrative measures that were both innovative and practical. One of his key strategies involved appointing trusted officials, known as satraps, to oversee specific regions. These satraps acted as governors and were responsible for collecting taxes, enforcing laws, and reporting directly to Alexander himself. This decentralized system allowed for greater efficiency in governance by empowering local leaders, while still maintaining ultimate control at the top. To further solidify his hold on power, Alexander also encouraged cultural assimilation among his subjects. He recognized the importance of winning over the hearts and minds of those he had conquered, so he adopted many local customs and traditions in an effort to create a sense of unity within his empire. By embracing diversity rather than trying to suppress it, he was able to foster loyalty and cooperation among different ethnic groups. This inclusive approach not only helped him govern more effectively, but also laid the foundation for future rulers who sought to maintain multicultural empires. In addition to these political measures, Alexander also prioritized infrastructure development throughout his empire. He invested heavily in building roads, bridges, and ports to facilitate trade and communication between different regions. This not only boosted economic growth, but also made it easier for him to mobilize troops and resources during military campaigns. By creating a well-connected network of transportation routes, he ensured that information could flow quickly from one part of the empire to another. By establishing efficient administrative systems such as decentralization, cultural assimilation, and infrastructure development, Alexander set a precedent for future leaders seeking to govern large territories effectively. His ability to balance central control with local autonomy helped maintain stability within his empire, while still allowing room for innovation and progress. As we delve into the next section about his legacy and influence on future leaders, we can see how Alexander's unbeatable mindset extended beyond military conquests to shape the very foundations of governance. Part 20. Legacy and Influence on Future Leaders. Now that we've explored Alexander the Great's establishment of efficient administrative systems, it's time to delve into his lasting legacy and influence on future leaders. From his military conquests to his visionary leadership style, Alexander left an indelible mark on history that continues to inspire and shape the minds of leaders today. One aspect of Alexander's legacy is his ability to inspire loyalty and devotion among his troops. He led by example, was always at the forefront of battle, and was known for rewarding bravery and valor. This unwavering commitment to his soldiers earned him their trust and respect, creating a bond that allowed him to conquer vast territories with ease. His influence on future leaders can be seen in their desire to emulate this charismatic leadership style, recognizing the importance of inspiring loyalty in their own followers. Furthermore, Alexander's strategic brilliance revolutionized warfare tactics. He was not only a skilled warrior, but also a mastermind when it came to planning battles. Through innovative strategies such as flanking maneuvers and swift cavalry attacks, he consistently outsmarted his opponents. This ingenuity in military tactics has been studied by countless commanders throughout history, who seek to understand how one man achieved such unprecedented success. Lastly, Alexander's thirst for knowledge and exploration had a profound impact on future generations. As he expanded his empire eastward into Asia, he encouraged cultural exchange between Greeks and Eastern civilizations. This led to an influx of new ideas, philosophies, and artistic expressions that influenced both Greek society and subsequent civilizations. The fusion of cultures brought about by Alexander's conquests laid the foundation for centuries of intellectual growth. With these achievements in mind, it is clear that Alexander the Great's unbeatable mindset left an enduring legacy that shaped not only military strategy, but also political leadership styles for generations to come. His ability to inspire devotion among his troops, a strategic genius in warfare tactics, and his promotion of cultural exchange are just some aspects of his multifaceted influence on future leaders. This impact extended beyond his lifetime and continues to resonate in various aspects of society, including art, literature, and philosophy. Part 21. Impact on art, literature, and philosophy. His unparalleled influence on the realms of art, literature, and philosophy continues to reverberate through the corridors of intellectual discourse, shaping the creative minds of generations to come. Alexander the Great's conquests brought about a fusion of cultures that sparked a golden age in these fields. As his empire expanded, so did the exchange of ideas and artistic expression. The Hellenistic period saw an explosion of creativity as artists, writers, and philosophers drew inspiration from Alexander's legacy. In art, Alexander's victories were immortalized in paintings and sculptures that depicted his heroic exploits. Artists sought to capture not only his physical strength and military prowess, but also his charisma and leadership qualities. These depictions served as symbols of power and authority for future rulers who aimed to emulate his greatness. The influence can be seen in the development of realistic portraiture during this time period, with artists striving to depict their subjects with accuracy and depth. Literature flourished under Alexander's reign as well. Epic poems such as the Iliad and the Odyssey gained renewed popularity as they depicted grand adventures reminiscent of Alexander's own conquests. Writers also began exploring new genres like historical narratives to document the events surrounding Alexander's campaigns. His story became a source of inspiration for future writers who sought to tell tales of heroism, ambition, and triumph over adversity. Philosophy underwent significant transformations during this era too. Greek philosophers such as Aristotle accompanied Alexander on his expeditions, sharing their knowledge with him along the way. This exchange led to a synthesis between Eastern philosophies like Buddhism and Greek rationality, giving birth to new philosophical schools such as Stoicism. The teachings from these schools emphasized self-discipline, resilience, and moral virtue, all qualities that mirrored Alexander's unwavering determination. Alexander the Great's impact on art, literature, and philosophy cannot be overstated. It shaped intellectual thought for centuries after his death. His conquests opened up new avenues for artistic expression, inspiring artists to capture his heroism and leadership in their work. Writers drew from his story to create tales of adventure and triumph, while philosophers found inspiration in his unwavering pursuit of greatness. These influences continue to resonate even today, serving as a testament to the enduring legacy of Alexander the Great. As we delve into lessons for modern leadership, it's essential to recognize the profound impact that historical figures like Alexander can have on our understanding of effective leadership strategies. Part 22. Lessons for Modern Leadership. One can learn valuable lessons for modern leadership by examining the profound impact historical figures like Alexander have had on our understanding of effective strategies. Alexander the Great's unbeatable mindset serves as a blueprint for leaders today who aspire to achieve greatness. One key lesson is the importance of having a clear vision and setting ambitious goals. Alexander's unwavering determination to conquer new territories and unite diverse cultures under his rule showcases the power of a strong vision in driving success. Another crucial lesson from Alexander's leadership style is his ability to adapt and innovate in the face of challenges. He was known for employing unconventional tactics, such as using elephants in battle or incorporating local customs into his administration, which allowed him to overcome obstacles and win the loyalty of conquered peoples. This flexibility demonstrates the importance of being open-minded and willing to explore new approaches when leading others. The need for moral fortitude and honesty in a leader is further emphasized by Alexander's insistence on leading by example. He frequently joined his troops on the front lines and never had them do anything he wouldn't undertake himself. This not only earned him their respect, but also inspired them to follow him wholeheartedly into battle. Leaders today should strive to embody these qualities, showing their team that they are willing to put in the hard work and take risks alongside them. Alexander the Great provides valuable insights into modern leadership through his unbeatable mindset. By having a clear vision, being adaptable, and leading by example with integrity and courage, leaders can inspire their teams toward achieving greatness. However, it's important to note that while these strategies were effective in terms of military conquests, they also raise ethical considerations and controversies that must be addressed when examining Alexander's legacy. Part 23. Ethical Considerations and Controversies. Consider the ethical considerations and controversies surrounding Alexander's leadership as you navigate through the complex terrain of his legacy. One of the main ethical dilemmas is Alexander's pursuit of conquest and expansion at the cost of countless lives. While some argue that his military campaigns brought about cultural exchange and advancements in civilization, others criticize him for causing immense suffering and destruction. The question arises, was Alexander driven by a genuine desire to spread Greek culture, or was he simply power-hungry? Another controversial aspect of Alexander's leadership is his treatment of conquered territories and their inhabitants. While he did establish cities and promote Hellenistic culture, he also engaged in acts of brutality, such as massacres and enslavement. This raises questions about whether his actions were justified in the name of empire building or if they were simply acts of aggression rooted in a thirst for power. Additionally, it sparks debates on how we should evaluate leaders throughout history who had different moral standards than those we hold today. Furthermore, some scholars argue that Alexander's ambition knew no bounds, leading him to adopt increasingly autocratic tendencies as his power grew. His decision to assume divine status and require others to bow before him reflects a lack of humility and an abuse of power. This raises concerns about whether absolute power corrupts absolutely, as observed in many historical figures. Considering these ethical considerations and controversies allows us to have a more nuanced understanding of Alexander's leadership style. It prompts us to question the impact that one individual can have on history while recognizing that their actions may not always align with contemporary moral values. Now, let's move into a psychological analysis of Alexander's mindset. Part 24. Psychological analysis of Alexander's mindset. Delving into the depths of his psyche. It's like peering into the twisted labyrinth of a power-hungry conqueror, driven by insatiable ambition and an unquenchable thirst for control. Alexander the Great possessed a psychological makeup that set him apart from ordinary men. His unwavering determination to conquer vast territories and establish himself as a legendary figure in history was fueled by a complex interplay of personality traits and motivations. At the core of Alexander's mindset was an insatiable ambition that knew no bounds. From a young age, he displayed an exceptional drive to achieve greatness and leave his mark on the world. This relentless pursuit of conquest was not merely driven by external factors such as wealth or power. Rather, it stemmed from an internal desire for recognition and immortality. Alexander believed that through his conquests, he could secure his place in history as one of the greatest leaders to have ever lived. Coupled with this ambition was a deep-rooted need for control. Alexander craved dominance over others and sought to exert his influence over both individuals and nations alike. He meticulously planned each military campaign, strategically positioning himself at the helm of every battle. By doing so, he ensured that he remained firmly in control of every aspect of his empire. This quest for control extended beyond military matters. Alexander also instituted various administrative reforms aimed at centralizing power under his rule. Furthermore, it is essential to recognize that beneath Alexander's seemingly invincible facade lay traces of vulnerability and insecurity. Despite achieving unprecedented success on the battlefield, he constantly grappled with self-doubt and fear of failure. This fear drove him to push himself harder than anyone else, always striving for perfection in all aspects of life. This combination of ambition, control-seeking behavior, and underlying vulnerability created a psychological profile that propelled Alexander towards unparalleled conquests. As we move deeper into understanding Alexander's unbeatable mindset, we begin to unravel the intricate layers of his character. His insatiable ambition, need for control, and underlying vulnerability shaped his actions and drove him toward achieving greatness. This psychological analysis provides us with valuable insights into the mind of one of history's most enigmatic figures, fueling our enduring fascination with Alexander the Great's extraordinary life and legacy. This leads naturally into the next section, the enduring fascination with Alexander the Great, where we are left to wonder how such a multifaceted figure could have captured our imaginations for centuries. Part 25. The enduring fascination with Alexander the Great. Now that we've delved into the psychological analysis of Alexander's mindset, let's turn our attention to the enduring fascination that surrounds this legendary figure. It's undeniable that Alexander the Great continues to captivate our collective imagination, even centuries after his death. His conquests, leadership skills, and larger-than-life persona have made him a subject of endless fascination for historians, scholars, and enthusiasts alike. One reason for this enduring fascination is undoubtedly the sheer scale of Alexander's achievements. He created one of the largest empires in history, stretching from Greece to Egypt and as far east as India. This remarkable feat was accomplished in just a little over a decade, making it all the more impressive. The audacity and ambition displayed by Alexander in his quest for world domination have left an indelible mark on history. Another aspect that contributes to our ongoing interest in Alexander is his charismatic personality and magnetic presence. Accounts from his contemporaries describe him as commanding respect and loyalty from those around him. His ability to inspire his troops and lead them to victory against seemingly insurmountable odds speaks volumes about his exceptional leadership skills. People are naturally drawn to individuals with such extraordinary qualities, which explains why Alexander continues to hold such sway over our collective consciousness. Furthermore, the enigmatic nature of Alexander's character adds an element of mystique to his story. Despite countless books being written about him and extensive research conducted over centuries, there are still aspects of his life that remain shrouded in mystery. This leaves room for speculation and interpretation, allowing us to engage with different theories about who he truly was as a person. It's no wonder that we remain fascinated by the life and accomplishments of Alexander the Great. His unparalleled military campaigns, captivating personality, and enigmatic character continue to intrigue us today. As we strive for understanding on both conscious and subconscious levels, delving into the enduring fascination with this ancient conqueror allows us to glimpse into the mind of a truly extraordinary individual. In conclusion, Alexander the Great's unbeatable mindset serves as a timeless inspiration for leaders from all walks of life. Like a mighty river flowing through treacherous terrain, his early influences and education shaped him into a formidable force. With ambition and vision as his oars, he navigated the vast sea of conquests, always staying one step ahead with his strategic thinking and planning. Leading by example, Alexander wasn't just a commander, but a warrior on the front lines, instilling bravery and loyalty in his troops. His unwavering determination propelled him forward like a powerful gust of wind, conquering lands previously thought unconquerable. Yet amidst these triumphs lies ethical considerations and controversies that can't be ignored.